Folks, what the crap is going on? Welcome to Ebosim, where we're going to have a 4v4 sub-commanders battle, courtesy of Soul Invictus, that awesome soul who helped bring Rome 2 back to my channel, and is a huge part of all these battles being here. Also appreciate Hotel Soap, and then the others who sit in replays as well. Definitely appreciate it. I do not have the time to go play a lot of multiplayer battles right now myself. I do have some time to play campaign, which is why I've been recording that. And so without them, we just wouldn't be able to have a lot of this content. I really appreciate it. It's very, very kind of them. And speaking of 4v4 sub-commanders, this is going to be a huge sub-commanders battle. Would you like to play these battles? Would you like to be in them? Go to the description and check out the link there. There's an invite to Soul's Discord. You can go and join the Discord group, and you can join in and play battles like this if you'd like. I've got my Discord group there too. I don't know how many people are on there playing Rome 2, but feel free to drop in and ask them. There's definitely people there who love Rome 2. So join those groups if you want to get involved and you want to play, but definitely go jump in with Soul and play some of these battles. I'm sure he would appreciate having you there. So we got some Royal Camel Archers here for Saba. Saba is a very interesting faction. They have some brutally powerful units. They got Camel Lancers here. It's their Camel Cataphracts that are just outstanding. Yeah, Sabaean Camel Cataphracts back here. Very punishingly powerful units. So it's going to be interesting to see those. They're being held for late game. These Royal Camel Archers, let's take a look at their stats here. Pretty decent archer capability. Looks like their charge bonus is meager, and their melee attack and weapon damage is pretty mediocre, but their armor is stellar. Or I say stellar, I thought it would be stellar. It's only 45. So, but they do have decent health here. Interesting. So they're going to be, I think, good impact damage late in the game because they have a heavyweight class, so they'll do good impact to lighter units. Let's take a look at the rest of the units here. Up front is the Gallo-Thracian Infantry. Is this Tylus? Who is the Gallo-Thracian? Tribal Warriors. Gallo-Thracian Infantry. I hadn't seen that unit in a long time. Yeah, it's Tylus. So there's the Gallo-Thracians, kind of a light sword unit. Pretty good stats on them for a lighter unit. Then we've got Oathsworn there, more Gallo-Thracian Infantry, and then we've got the Tribal Warriors there as well. And then backing them up are some Ardier. We're going to have Slave Javelins, Slave Slingers, Illyrian Marines, which is very cool. Javelin-capable unit. They're very good with their javelins. They have high accuracy. And then we've got Illyrian Noble Hoplites here for the general. Very survivable, tough unit. Pretty decent in melee as well. And then we've got the Parthians over here with the Pajama Spearmen hiding in the woods. It's going to be our Eastern Spears. And then we've got the Persian Light Archers, which I guess are also big fans of pajamas. They're also hiding in the woods. Persian Light Archers are going to be pretty darn solid if they're kept safe. They're being protected by some mercenary Sarmatian Lancers, Vidian Cavalry, and then we've got a Noble Horse Archer General and a Noble Horse Archer out there as well for the Parthians. Looks like there are two Sabaean Camel Cataphracts. Alright, let's go take a look at the other side of the battle. Looks like we've got some Levy Freeman here. This is going to be the Bowie, I believe. Veteran Spears. I'm pretty sure it's the Bowie. But yeah, they must be playing the spear component because they've got a lot of spears here. And the spears, they've also brought some slingers. We've got Rome here with some Saki Hastati. Looks like some legionaries and veteran legionaries, Principe, so a mix of heavy infantry in the back for Rome as well as a Legatus. And it looks like Parthia is also on their team. I see some Eastern Cataphracts and Royal Cataphracts. So 3 Easterns, 2 Royals. And then they've got some mercenary Sarmatian Horse Archers. Macedon is in a support role here, it looks like, with Pikemen, mercenary Thracian Warriors, Companion Cavalry, and Slingers. So a few pikemen, a few Thracian warriors, and some slingers. So we'll see how this one plays out. It's going to be a lot of players. Remember, each player has a limited number of units, and that's in order to help them micro it. The challenge in these battles is coordinating properly with your team. It looks like both teams are attempting to do so. You can see them moving together in formation, and they are going to be attempting to try and communicate this well together. Looks like the mercenary Thracian Cav wants a piece of those Camel Archers, and I don't blame them. But getting close to them would be dangerous. Camels cause fear to horses. Saki Hastati are moving forward, and looks like they're going to toss their Pila into those tribal warriors. That was actually a really nice hit. I don't know if they carry Pila, but a javelin at least. I would love to see in a future historical Total War game little more focus on, did all units really use javelins back then? I thought that was fairly unique to the Romans. The Romans' javelin was unique to the Pila, how it would go through a shield or bend and then make the shield useless. It'd be cool to see the Roman Pila play that kind of role, you know, where maybe once it's thrown, it reduces missile block chance and takes away some melee defense by destroying the shield on a certain chance, right? There's like a chance that it will destroy enemy shields. Maybe the lighter the shield, the more likely that it destroys it. I don't know, it'd be cool to see that kind of thing. Anyway, Rome is being very Roman here and just going straight at it with the tribal warriors and the Gallo-Thracian infantry. That Oathsworn as well. That Oathsworn is going to eat these Hastati for breakfast. It's not going to be a pretty fight. This Gallo-Thracian infantry is kind of busting through, and we're seeing some Principe go to back it up. I like the veteran legionaries headed to back up the fight against the Oathsworn. If the Oathsworn doesn't get a second charge, that could be a really good call. Veteran legionaries have very high attack for a legionnaire, and they're going to be dangerous. These legionaries here are copping copious amounts of missile fire and are being absolutely destroyed while they're up against the Illyrian noble hoplite. So it's kind of like pinning them with something well-armored and then just trashing them with all the missile fire. So that is a nice combo there that's going on. Huge fight. I really can't even pay attention to everything that's going on. Let's go out to the other side. It looks like some Parthia on Parthia action, so that ought to be pretty spicy. We got some Eastern Cataphracts going head-to-head with noble horse archers, and then we've got the Royal Cataphracts in there as well. And remember, the blue outlines as one Parthia, the red is another, so you can kind of get a feel for who's who out here. We've got the red team coming in with more Eastern Cataphracts with Levy Freeman, so the blue team's going to have to pull back over here. But those archers, boy, they are feeding it into that fight. However, their archers are about to get run down. Not an ideal situation. Let's take a look back at the main infantry line. The Oathsworn was engaged by the veteran legionaries. Veteran legionaries still already taking heavy losses, though, so that Oathsworn is just absolutely hacking away at their Roman counterparts. And then over here, let's see the legionaries up against some tribal warriors. The RDA general mostly got his job done here by really damaging up those legionaries that were up against them. There is an Oathsworn moving in now. This is going to be the Boii Oathsworn. He could easily clean up this fight against the Illyrian nobles. That would be bad news for all the slave slingers and other low-tier infantry back there. It looks like, I wonder if friendly fire is having an impact, because they're shooting at the Oathsworn. That's got to be hitting that veteran legionary to a degree there. The Roman general is out here trying to help shut down Parthian archers. And let's see, it looks like, yeah, the red-bannered Parthian players got a fair number of cataphracts still around, but they're being pursued doggedly by Eastern spearmen and Parthian swords. And the blue-bannered Parthian player still has some noble horse archers out here as well, though, again, Levy Freeman out there pursuing. So it looks like both sides took a pretty rough time of it over here. The Sabaean camel cataphracts, it looks like I see one of them here, and another one's out in the middle. It is getting absolutely shredded by missile fire from the Boii and the Macedonians, so a nice job pushing back an expensive unit there. Looks like the Oathsworn is kind of commanding this flank, but is now going to get the Illyrian treatment here. That's where the Sabaeans and the Illyrians team up to fire all their missiles into it. So the Romans got it earlier, and now it's the Boii's turn to enjoy that. It's not like a day at the spa, though. I don't think it's going to feel very good or leave you feeling refreshed. We got some veteran spears moving up to the front. And let's see here. This cavalry fight over here on the right is still going on. We've got Levy Freeman pursuing the blue-bannered Parthians. The red-bannered Parthians kind of getting rolled up and finished off here by the blue-bannered Parthians. So there might be a... In the Parthia on Parthia fight, I guess it would have been difficult to guess that Parthia would win. But Parthia also would lose. It's definitely a bit of a paradox there, folks. So here comes the Royal Cataphracts, the Royal Camel Archers. Slamming these, they're not cataphracts, but they are going headlong into some pikemen. Those pikemen are gonna shish kebab those camels rather quickly, and there's also some heavy spears there. This is still a pretty close fight according to the power bar. It says that it's a little bit in favor of the blue and yellow bannered team over here, which is the home team, I'm going to call it, and then we got the away team here with the red banners, though there's a lot of missiles left on the field here for the red bannered team. However, they're about to get really pushed hard from their right flank. The home team's left flank here is collapsing in on all these missiles. They're going to have to flee back. There's some veteran spears that can help hold that. The companion cavalry going head-to-head with Sabaean camel cataphracts. Whew. That is a heavy charge off both units, but the camel cataphracts should get the better of this. I think. Got 68 charge. They have a little less charge bonus. Camels do cause the fear in the horses. I don't know. The companion cavalry has battle rhythm, though, and it is really performing well. That is quite the stand by the companion cavalry. I don't know how the armor will play out in this one over the long run. There's 20 more armor for the cataphracts. Defense of 20, defense of 18. Both of them have just piss poor defense. Well, that's going to be an interesting fight. We'll see how that one turns out. I want to come back up here and see what's happening. The red team's going to have a hard time defending their missiles at this point. You can see the blue or home team here really pushing in. We've got some more Sabaean camel cataphracts coming in, and the pikemen are really doing a good job of trying to intercept them here. I mean, pikes aren't great at intercepting, so got to give them credit. They did do some damage there, but armored camels smashing everywhere into these precious skirmishers. Just tons of them come flooding in as the Sabaeans hit home, supported by the Oathsworn of their Tylician Gallo-Thracian allies here. How's that companion cavalry? The companion cavalry crushed the camel cataphracts. An impressive performance, but the noble horse archers coming in to try and clean this one up. They do have pretty good attack and very good armor. The companion cavalry is going to be hard-pressed to finish that fight because they're not going to get a counter-charge. They might do it, though. That is an impressive companion cavalry unit here. Alexander would be proud. Fighting like tigers. But the red team is being wrapped up, and they're not going to be able to stop the tide that has started here with all that cavalry moving around. So a nice job by the home team here, keeping a lot of cavalry alive, bringing that pressure into the late game. Kudos to this companion cavalry. That is just an absolute beast of a performance on their part. Look at all those kills. How does cataphracts do? Armored camels, like, I mean, this is some impressive kills here on that companion cavalry. It looks like they're about to hit a third chevron. Absolutely amazing performance on their part. They've got to be getting tired, though. Well, I say they're getting tired. They're still fresh here. Maybe that battle rhythm or something did that. We're going to see even more Royal Camel archers coming back here. So the companion cavalry can't last forever. Did pick up a third chevron, which, like I said, is an absolutely impressive feat, and they're going to be the last ones standing. So again, definitely making Alexander proud. But the Sabaean camels are going to come avenge their brethren. And the companions will fall. So, GG's. Awesome 4v4 sub-commanders battle here. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Definitely appreciate all the players. Let's give them a call out here. So, Sol, thank you for organizing these and sending it over to me. Zocom bringing in Parthia on the home team. Jawalen there bringing up Tylus. And we had Johnny with the RDA. Magnus bringing in the Boii. G-Rom for Rome. Massamax here, bringing in Macedon, and then Lone Berserker with the Parthian team on the red bannered side. So let's take a look at some of the impressive units here. Pretty good performance from Saba here out of the Archer Camels. I think that one went well. And then if we look at Parthia, let's take a look at their performance. Not bad here for some of these noble horse archers. They came in late in the game too to try and finish off the companions, I believe. And then Jawalen here, pretty darn good performance out of the infantry, especially if you're getting 124 kills, 237. These are just Gallo-Thracian infantry too, so that is definitely a pretty solid result. And then Johnny sacrificing that Illyrian noble hoplite, but taking out that Roman legion. That was really cool there. Those Illyrian Marines picking up tons of javelin kills, becoming very effective. And then Magnus here, his Oathsworn general, getting a pretty large number of kills, picking up 2 chevrons in the process. Rome struggling. They did go like really aggressive up the middle, so probably would be not really, where we'd be expecting to see just amazing, unit value, because they kind of had one of the most dangerous jobs there. But Rome doing Roman things and charging straight into their enemy with no fear. And then Massamax here, that companion cavalry we got to see. That was a pretty awesome performance. Honestly, some pretty good plays with the pikes there too. Pikes are not real easy to use, and we saw them stop some camels a couple of different times there. And then Lone Berserker, this is a pretty epic performance out of his cavalry. He ended up getting outnumbered by the other team, but did a pretty darn good job of killing a ton of enemy units in the process. So good job by Lone Berserker. Hope you all enjoyed this one. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I'll be back with more soon in Total War Rome 2.